So let me open Visual Studio and Word document.
Okay.
Slow. Seems a little slow. What is our application? Cancel application 6:15 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
See, we run with the programs. Few of the programs we have seen.
Okay.
Let me open Word document. See, next is object. We run with the class, methods, variables. Next topic is object. See, object is nothing but it's a instance of a class. That means it's a copy of class. What is the syntax to create the object? Syntax is class name, object name equal to new class name. Okay, so this is the syntax to create the object. So where we can use this object? See, we have, let me give one scenario in program. Add class. Class versus object. First we should write main method. Public static void main. Okay, this is the method. Here, let us assume I written like this. I written one method. In class, anywhere I can write a method, right? Within the class, we will write the method. Yesterday we seen some example.
Public void.
Writing method. Just I'm printing console dot right line of this is a method. Okay. Let me execute the program. Can you tell me what is the expected output for this?
This is a method.
Okay, let's see. Set the startup page. Right click, go to properties. Class versus object. Save it. So execute this.
I guess it will be null because it will go to some different scope now.
Adi, your voice is breaking.
I guess it will be null. I don't guess there will be any output.
So there is no output. See, even black screen also came and gone,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
We did not give a read key for that to hold the screen.
Yeah. Okay. If I give the read key also,
We'll get a. Do we get a blank screen there if we give read key?
yes, we're going to get a blank screen. How?
Because it's going
As,
to a different scope here.
as
Out
I
of scope.
explained, yes, main is the entry point of a method.
Okay.
Main is the entry point of our program. Okay.
Okay.
See, the cursor comes here. First, it reads 2 lines of code, and it will not go any other methods other than main. It
Okay.
directly goes to main. If
Okay.
you write 1,000 methods also, those 1,000 methods it will not going to read. It will check only for main method.
Okay.
It enters into the main method, it holds the screen, it comes out of loop. It
Okay.
will not going to read method until unless if we did not create a object. So let's see now, we'll get the blank screen. See,
Yeah.
right? So what we need to do to call the method? See, object is a copy of class, so we need to create the object to call the class methods. So how we can create? How can I create? First is class name.
Okay.
What is class name?
Class versus object.
Class versus object.
Okay.
And next, object name. What is object name? It is user defined. You can give any name to your object. Obj equal to new. Again, class name, class versus object.
Okay.
Object is created. Now we need to call this method by using obj. How can I call obj
Okay.
dot? Just press dot. Whatever user defined methods are, these are predefined methods. This is user defined method. Method is okay. You can just choose method. Now what is the expected output? Tell me. What is the expected output?
This is a method.
Yes, good. Execute it. See. Now got it. What is object? Create one more method here. Let's create, this is method 1.
So we are declaring a public static void main in the third column which we are using. So we need to give a public static void method 2 or else public void method 2 will also work.
Not getting your question. Can you repeat again?
I mean like we are using the public void method 1 here, right, in the first step.
Yes.
But in the third step we are using public static void main to declare those class versus object.
I given the syntax right. Main should always be a static method.
Okay.
Here also, if you need static, you can give it. But at this moment, we
Okay.
are in the initial stage. We
Okay.
don't know how to use static. Am I right?
Got it.
Do you where to use, where not to use the static? No.
Yes. I,
Still, we did not came there.
yeah, yeah.
Did not cover it. Right?
Okay.
I'll explain. Don't worry about
Okay.
it.
Okay.
But main should be static. You cannot remove static from main method.
Okay.
See now, so it's throwing the error, right? Earlier we given method and we change the name method to method 1.
Yeah.
So just type it, just press space, it will show what is the method names. Next obj dot What is the method name? Next method name, method
Method
2.
2.
Now you can see the output for both.
Method 1 and method 2. Okay.
Method 1 and method 2. Is
Yes.
it clear? Any doubts
Yes.
in this?
No, no, no.
Okay. Next, let me go with another topic called as constructors. What is constructor? How we can write how we can declare a constructor? What is the use of it? See, to work with constructor, we need to remember 3 major points. First point is constructors are same as what constructor is same as constructor name is same as class name. Suppose we have a class name class A. This is our class. If you want to declare a method, you can give any name to your method. Am I right?
Okay.
But if you want to declare a constructor for this class, your class name and your constructor name should be same. Other than A, you cannot use any other name for a constructor. And second point, the constructor is same as method. How will declare a method? Tell me just simple syntax. Public void method 1. Just we declare it, right? But here this method name should be class name. Constructor name should be class name. So we need to change method 1 to A, right? And we need to remember constructor does not have any return types. Does not return any value. So even void also we should not use. You see, for a method, return type is mandatory. If we don't want to return, then we should give void as the return type. But for constructor, we should not give any return types. Got it?
Yeah.
See, this is, we can say, no constructor. So by seeing this, how you can write the syntax for a constructor? Syntax is access, specifier, and then class name. This is syntax to write the. Got it clear?
Yeah.
The third point we'll going to explain a little later.
Okay.
Just let me create the constructors. Add new item class, and my class name should be constructors example. Okay, what is the first step? We need to write main method, public static void main. Okay,
but in
let me.
constructors, you will not be having a return type, right? Doesn't return a type.
Yeah, it doesn't have. We not yet declared, right? Now let me create. Okay.
Okay.
So we can create public and class name. What is the class name? Constructor example.
Okay.
This is a constructor. So I can write console dot write line of this is a constructor. Right? Clear how we declare? Okay. So now let me create one method also. Just simple method I'm giving. Method 1. Console dot write line. This is a method. Now tell me, how can I call this method? Just we see the example, right?
Yeah.
By creating the object, we can call this method. Right? So we created the object. We created the object and we call this method.
Okay.
In the same way, we need to create the object for this constructor example class and we need to call this method. But the question is how we can call the constructors.
Okay.
Method we know how we can call, and we need to know how we can call the constructors.
Okay.
Yeah. Adi, just give me a second. I'll be back. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry to keep you hold. Now you got it. How we can call a method?
Yep.
By creating the object, we can call a method. But the
Okay.
question is how we can call a constructor.
Okay.
See, the third point is how to call a constructor. To call a constructor, when it will going to call is while creating the object only, it will going to call the constructor. While creating object, it will going to call the constructor. That means, see how we can create the object for this class. Tell me. Constructor example.
Constructors example
Is equal
object
to
equal to view.
constructor. example. Good.
Okay.
So we don't, if it is a method, how we can call obj dot method,
Yeah.
method 1.
Yeah.
But for a constructor, no need to call obj dot a, sorry, obj dot constructor example.
Okay.
Just it will going to call at this line of statement only. While creating the object to a class, the constructor will going to call the call. Got it?
Okay. Yeah.
So what is the first output we're going to receive? At this point, it will going to call
This
this
is the
constructor.
constructor.
Yeah, we got the output as this is a
The
constructor.
constructor. Okay.
And after this, the cursor comes here, it reads method 1 and it reads this is a
This is the method.
method.
So we'll be getting in two different CMDs, right? In the run application, we get two different
No,
screens, or else we get in the same screen itself.
same screen we're going to get. Let me show you.
Okay. But we are
Right
going to
click.
get it one after the another.
Yeah.
Okay.
Constructor example. Just save it. Execute it. So this is
Okay.
a constructor. This is a method. Okay. First it calls the constructor, then it calls the method.
Okay.
Clear? Any doubts in this?
No, no, no.
See, constructors are of two types. First one is default constructor
Okay.
and second one is parameterized constructors.
Okay.
So default constructor is nothing but, just a second. Default constructor is nothing but the constructor, it doesn't expect any parameters, then we can call it as default constructor.
Okay.
For this constructor, are we passing any parameters to this constructor here?
No.
So this is default constructor.
Okay.
So syntax would be same as above. This is the default constructor syntax. Okay, and we can also take, this is the example for default constructor. Okay, coming to parameterized constructor, if the constructor expects the parameters, then we can call it as parameterized constructor. So here we need to pass the parameters.
Okay. It's compulsory? Is it compulsory to
Yeah,
add
if
the
you want to
parameters?
write the parameterized constructor, the parameterized constructor is mandatory.
Okay.
Or you can go with, if you don't pass this, then it will become a default constructor.
Okay. Can you just take the screen upwards? I mean, like, I just want to see. I was just
Okay.
taking the notes. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes.
This one is the default constructor. This one is the parameterized constructor.
Okay. Yes, you can continue.
Yes. So let me write one parameterized constructor. How we can write? Public. See here you can pass some parameters to S. Console dot right line of. This is parameterized constructor. Okay, that's it. Suppose if you want to print this S, then let's write console dot. And suppose let's think about the string S. Instead of S, we are passing some name. You can write welcome name. Like this, you can use that parameter. Okay. Now the question is, okay, we created the parameterized constructor, but how can I call this parameterized constructor? Again, parameterized constructor also we can call while creating the object to a constructor. But the object creation expects some parameters. See, this will going to call a default constructor because here we did not pass any parameters. But to call parameterized constructor while creating the object, we need to send the parameters. So what is the type, data type here? String we mentioned.
String.
So some string data we need to send.
Any name is fine. Okay.
Anything you can ABC, XYZ, anything that would be in string format. That's
String
it.
format. Okay.
Okay. At this point of time, it calls default constructor.
Okay.
At this point of time, it will calls parameterized constructor. This will going to call a method, and it holds the string. Clear? Any doubts in this?
No, no.
I'm executing this program again.
Yeah.
So this is a constructor.
Welcome.
Welcome. This is parameterized constructor
Okay.
and method. Okay. Clear? Any doubts?
So going on by, I mean, like first we did with the this is a constructor, then it goes with the string name welcome John. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Good. Got it right? No confusion, right?
No, no, no confusion.
Okay, good. See, next is, okay, we learned this much. So what is the use of it?
Okay.
See, by using constructor, the initialization of variables will be done, and without constructor, we cannot execute any program.
Okay.
Due to the constructor only, execution will going to take place due to the constructor.
Okay.
Without constructor, we cannot execute a program.
Okay.
You can ask me a question. Just now we learned the concept of constructor, but before there was no concept of constructor, but we executed a lot of programs,
Okay.
right? How execution took place for those programs? See, remember, see, this is the addition of two numbers program, we done it, right? We executed this program, but there is no, there was no constructor concept. How execution took place? See, if we don't create the constructors like this, then while compiling this program, compiler will going to create default constructor implicitly, and it executes the program. The constructor is creating, but when it is creating, while compiling the program, the compiler, .NET compiler, creating the default constructor for this program, and execution took place.
Okay.
If we did not write any constructor explicitly, then by default, compiler will going to create the constructor. Got it clear? Any doubts in this?
No.
Clear, right? Constructor topic is clear, right?
Yeah.
Today we learn class versus object and constructors.
Okay.
Yeah. And I just want to tell you one thing. Today and tomorrow I'll be on leave. So if you need extra sessions, just please let me know so that we can complete ASAP.
Yeah.
And let me show you one the course content. C# and ASP.NET.
Even the MVC also is included, right?
Oh, no, not MVC. Only C# and ASP.NET. MVC will be separate charges.
So they on
Those
first
are
day,
agreed.
okay. On first day you explained that even the ASP.NET MVC also will be explained.
No, if you need, I'll going to explain, but talk to your consultants. Because .NET we're going to cover only C# and ASP.NET. If some few of the students will come for advanced topics like MVC and WCF web services, then that will be in different case.
Okay.
So I'll inform Rairu if you need, then he will going to talk with you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. See, we learned in the first session what is .NET. These all we learned: CLR, CTS, CLS, MSIL, and built-in types, data types. We know about it, and implicit conversion, explicit conversion. We done it. This commenting section will going to cover you in next session. Okay, this one and this one we're going to cover in next session. So we're done with data types, boxing and unboxing. Okay. So remaining topics are this much is there. These are class versus object is done. Constructors are also done. Value types, different types is also done.
Okay.
So in tomorrow class, if you give me 1 hour, 1.5 hours, till this I'm going to cover. Skip topics I'm going to cover all these things so that we can start with OOPS concepts.
You said that you'll be on leave today and tomorrow and day after, right?
No, today and tomorrow. My Indian time, today morning, right?
Yeah. Today evening and tomorrow.
Yeah, today evening and tomorrow. Whatever whatever delay is there, just complete it so that we can plan for extra session one. You can understand my flow, right? There is no hurry, right?
No.
You are able to understand. So with the same flow, we can go it. Okay. Just let Raidu knows about it. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Adi. We'll meet you maybe in the evening or tomorrow morning. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Hello, Radu garu. Hello, Radu garu. Hello.
Your call has been forwarded.
హలో సార్ గురుగారు సార్ ఎలా ఉన్నారండి బాగున్నా సార్ ఏ సార్ మొన్న ఎప్పుడో ఫోన్ చేశారు మళ్ళీ ఫోన్ చేసి లైన్ లో అందరూ ఇస్తున్నారా మీకు ఏం చేస్తున్నావు సార్ ఏం తెలియకపోతున్నావు అది చెప్తున్నావు అందుకే డెవలప్ అంటున్నావు ఫిగర్ అంటున్నావు అయితే గారు